It is a pointed message from Toronto police: follow the law or be arrested. The warning comes ahead of pro-Palestinian demonstrations planned throughout the weekend. Our Dale Manuknuk is standing by with more on this. So Dale, this all comes after several people were arrested during last weekend's demonstrations. What happens now?
Well, Dwight, Toronto police say that the cost of their presence at these protests has now exceeded $10 million since October 7th, and that lately there are a few people who frequent pro-Palestinian demonstrations who are agitating officers and even turning violent. Now, demonstrators say that they're the ones who are facing the violence. We were just at this location on Monday when a man whose left eye was visibly injured and who isn't facing any charges says he was thrown to the ground and beaten by police on Saturday, and there is some video online of officers on top of that person. But Dwight, ultimately, one organizer I spoke with says that the how people are protesting is getting too much attention instead of why thousands of people continue to take to the streets. After more than 6 months of protests, the Toronto police wanted to express clearly that the force respects people's charter rights to assembly and expression.
I'm also here to tell people that if they're going to break the law, if they're going to assault our police officers or assault our police horses, there will be consequences and people will be arrested.
Last Saturday, 2 women were arrested and charged for assaulting officers, one for allegedly throwing horse manure at police and another for allegedly attacking a cop with a flagpole. Another arrest was made days after for spitting on an officer.
Yeah, it's very common at demonstrations that what happens is an assault police charge is laid after the police do something that causes them to come in contact with a protester. Maybe they push their bike at someone, maybe they walk into the crowd, and then a person as a reflex may respond to that, and the second that they touch police, they're now charged with assault police. So we really have no idea what the context of any of these charges are.
This lawyer who represents demonstrators noting that not all charges stick, like 3 people who were arrested and charged during a highway overpass demonstration in January after Toronto's chief of police had prohibited it.
There was a lot made of those overpass protests. 2 of those cases on their first appearance were already withdrawn. So like I said, we really have no idea if any of these charges are going to hold up in court.
Organizers say they were the ones assaulted by officers and charged at by horses. They also say police have blocked demonstrators from marching certain routes.
Which isn't you upholding people's charter rights, it's you dictating what happens at an action. So the Toronto police dictating what route is to be taken, or the Toronto police dictating how people act, is over-policing. And you're making it so that anything they do is heavily scrutinized and quickly criminalized and made to be a question of legality.
Toronto police says it spent $12 million on over 500 protests since October 7th. That figure includes officer salaries and overtime.
Units, united, will never be defeated.
Organizers are concerned that their message is getting lost, that Canada is supporting Israel's military, which has killed more than 30,000 Palestinians.
Those are the facts. And when we keep talking about what street people are walking in to say we're against this genocide, we kind of lose the plot a little bit.
Dwight, that organizer believes that Toronto police are trying to intimidate people from attending these large demonstrations. We do know that 6 Toronto councillors signed a joint letter last night in which they say that they're hearing from residents that they are fearful to exercise their freedom of expression, freedom of assembly, or to attend large demonstrations. Now, just hours ago, Toronto Police Chief Myron Demkew responding to that letter saying that the police will uphold people's charter rights, but also that if anyone's behavior crosses the line into criminality, that they will enforce the law. Dwight?
Dale, thank you.